I first met Martin approximately 3 weeks ago, and that was the first knowledge I obtained about Project DataSphere. Having worked in the drug development area for many, many years, we know that the trials that have been conducted are largely conducted in order to get drugs approved. And in point of fact, they really don't give us that much information about how to use the information. The control arms and the active arms on clinical trials have a limited number of patients overall, and there's a tremendous amount of information that's actually available for analysis, including information about lifestyle, various demographic features, what prior treatments, that actually can inform decisions now. Based on the size of the trials that have been conducted, individual studies will not provide this information, but by pooling the information together and doing additional analyses, we will actually be able to mine these data in order to impact how we treat patients. And there's nothing more important to me as a physician to be able to look at a patient, understand certain features about how he or she has lived, what particular activities they do or don't do, insights as to what medications they might be taking, and all of this can actually impact on how we make decisions. So to sit with a patient and say, based on characteristic A, characteristics B, lifestyle features B or C, in fact, will change how we practice. And this is information that right now is essentially not being taken advantage of, despite huge investments by the sponsors and corporations in order to complete the trials. If you look at the advances in cancer treatment over the past several years, they've been absolutely explosive. What has been particularly of interest is that this would not have been possible without teams of individuals working together representing disciplines that often didn't exist even 5 or 6 years ago. So the scope of our collaborations has increased enormously. And in essence, many of us are speaking different languages, so we have to come together in order to achieve the goals of impacting on individual patients as well as populations of patients. What has really been exciting about this organization is not only the energy, but the philosophy of responsibility. Too often there are sponsors who are too concerned about potential downsides of the information, but I would argue it should be the exact opposite, because there is a tremendous value in pooling information in order to gain insights that one cannot achieve by simply looking at small amounts of information at any one time. So the beauty of this organization, from my point of view, is simply that it is a philosophy of enabling. How do we break down barriers in order to achieve a common goal? What we philosophically try to teach our students and faculty is that there really are no problems, there are only solutions. And one has to keep focus on what the ultimate goal of any project is. But in this project, one has to keep focus on what the ultimate goal of this program is, which is to impact the lives of people with malignancies, ultimately to prevent them, but certainly to improve the lives of the patients who are unfortunately diagnosed with the disease.